Hi, Jan. My name is Neil. I'm with Dorkaholics, where we believe that there's a dork in everyone, and it's our job to bring that dork out into the world.
Okay. When I heard it, I started to laugh. So it's great. I look forward for this interview.
Oh, thank you. So, to kind of break the ice and get to know you a little bit better, I'm curious what made you a dork growing up?
I think I was quite social actually when growing up. So uh, there are some parts that I would actually keep for myself, if I can put it in this way. Uh, I do not know if it really is under umbrella of dorking, but I kind of feel that I have a personal attachment to wildlife in a way that, I appreciate it in a way that many people would find very strange or little bit, uh, little bit not compatible with society. So is this, what might fulfill the question?
100%, especially that you are now working in wildlife preservation of sorts. You are a director over at BioRescue. So it's incredible to hear how that internal dork within you has kind of led you down this path.
Yeah. I try to actually, I try to be rational in what I do, within BioRescue as a coordinator. But on the other hand, I still feel it, behind, in my mind, uh, that it's necessary to go, or to work towards, wild things that I appreciate or we appreciate. So in this sense, yeah, it's definitely like this. And there is also one thing. Uh, this I do not, to be honest, I do not, discuss this very much, with journalists, to be honest. But uh, I like there is I like art a lot as well. I do not say, that I'm expert in art, but I like some of it very much of, of native people and so on. There is a French author. His name is Jean de. He was about the modernists, and he wrote a small book when he appreciates subversive approaches to the things. And in what we do, I actually feel a little bit of this subversive approach because it's completely new. And there are many new ideas that have not been proved before, and they have to be proved by ourselves. So I like the subversivity of what we do. And what I like as well is that even in a team, sometimes have this little bit of subversivity. Because sometimes, we are in so, let's say, difficult situation or significant situations that only a joke makes it bearable. So, I'm a little bit off usual interview, but this is, as a person, what I like in what I do.
Hmm. Oh, I mean,
So,
if
sorry if
you
it
bring
is
that up,
completely off.
and I mean, when I was watching The Last Rhinos and A New Hope, it
Okay.
it's the team element you're talking about. Everything is so maybe not dire, but everyone is so aligned in their mission to help preserve this dying species. And
Yeah,
it
this is fantastic effort and the team that works on it. It's really I really appreciate all my colleagues because I would say it's a unique and I think that we are really lucky that representatives of each institutions are sane and normal people that you can talk with and to arrive to the to the conclusions because we have sometimes heated debates because there are different things or we can do things differently, but we always and everyone in a team keeps on mind that we have to arrive to some conclusion. It's not about personalities or who will be right. It's about the best possible conclusion to save the Northern White Rhinos. And I think that one thing helps as well, that we know each other for a long time. So in the beginning, we needed to build trust in each other. And now, when we know each other, we can continue. And this, I would say, really helps the project to get forward.
Are there any particular team members that you're especially appreciative of, or you have quite a number of fond memories in this process?
This is very difficult to say because, to be honest, also the consortium actually consists of a top experts in their fields. So Thomas Hildebrand, who is leading the team of ICW Berlin, he's absolutely top expert in the world for artificial reproduction. He did the first artificial insemination in rhino. So the first, let's say, rhinos born through artificial insemination was thanks to him. The first elephants, the first pandas, actually, from artificial insemination were born thanks to him. Our lead anesthetist, Frank Gerritz, that works with Thomas, he's one of the best vets in the world, and he actually developed a special cocktail of drugs for sedation of the animals to keep them as calm as possible. If you look at our embryologist, his name is Cesare Gali. That's the first man in the world who cloned a horse. He's the only one in the world who is able to make a rhino embryo. So we really have a top minds. Then there is a Katsuhiko Hayashi, who is at the University of Osaka. He is the first and so far, I think, even only person who was able to take a tissue sample of a mouse and then, through many steps, turn it into a live mouse. So I think he was actually appointed about the People of the Year of a time in 2024. So it's absolutely fantastic, because we try to have our strategic meetings like once a year, and then you sit in a room with these best minds, in their subjects, and to hear discussion and participate in a discussion, it's just fantastic. And we have even, great people in Kenya. As you see in the film, Zakaria Mutai, the keeper of the rhinos, he's really one of the best keepers that, I ever met. I would say, sometimes people say, that someone is a rhino whisperer or elephant whisperer. I would say that he is really a rhino whisperer. He perfectly reads how they behave. He's able to connect them in a specific ways. So he's fantastic as well. And we have other great colleagues in Kenya, like Isaac Lekolol, who is head of veterinary services at KWS. It's fantastic to have these experienced people from the field, because the vets that are from Berlin, most of their experience would be more with the animals that are in a human care. So you need also an element from people that know, how it works with wildlife. So all these approaches together, it's fantastic, when we discuss together and we are trying to find the best way forward. It's really great. And then we have Barbara De Mori, who is professor at the ethics at the University of Padua. And she is, again, like one of the world leading experts in evaluation of the ethics side of the project. So everything, when it comes together, these discussions are extremely, extremely interesting.
From what I understand, this effort to repopulate or grow the population of the white northern African rhino is the job's not done. It will continue. It's a continuous process, and one
Yes.
that goes far beyond what the documentary covered. What
Yes.
when the,
Yes.
when the documentary wrapped, I wonder what were your emotions and feelings at that time, and how has that changed to the present day?
Hmm. It's, as it is a research on the very edge of current knowledge, we have to know, and we try to explain it even to public, that we cannot succeed with everything what we do, because we enter new grounds, and no one is so good that everything he would do perfectly for the first time. So I kind of even personally learned how to accept that sometimes we just do not succeed. And it's actually even one thing that, I would love that people would learn from the film or take from the film, is that even if you are in a desperate situation, if you are committed to what you do, you can succeed. And there is still hope, that you will succeed. And at the time when the film ends, of course, I was a bit disappointed. I mean, the film ends, with the subtitles that, there is no long-lasting pregnancy of a Northern White Rhino yet. Uh, it's like on a roller coaster, to be honest,
Mm.
because you do procedure and the procedure is technically successful or correct, let's say. So you have hopes. but you do not know immediately. Immediately you know that, for example, embryo was implanted into a surrogate mother, but you do not know whether it will hatch or not. So you have to wait for some time. And then you have some indications because, for example, if the same female is mated by a male again, it means she's not pregnant. So it's like that you hope that you will not get any message from Olpegeta about mating because no mating means that the female might be pregnant. Or then you get there, and you try to do a pregnancy check. And of course, you hope that you would see a very small fetus on ultrasound, but it's not there. So it's like you have to learn how to live with your emotions and how to stay focused on what you do. Because in the end, it's not about whether you are sad or joyful, but it's about the life of a rhino.
Mm.
So in the end, you have to tell yourself that it's the rhino that matters. It's not what matters. It's not whether you are now sad or not. It's the rhino that matters. So if you didn't succeed now, you most likely will succeed next time. So if it didn't work now, okay, we will have a baby next time, but we will get there.
Are there any main takeaways that you hope audiences who watch the documentary will come to realization with, or maybe be spurred into action to do?
One thing would be to understand that the rhinos, their appearance is very large animal, but they are really endangered. And it's not in a way that, we could easily replace one rhino with another rhino. So if people could understand that despite, they are so large, they are kind of fragile. So this would be one thing, to understand that the rhinos are really endangered. And if they can support not only Northern White Rhinos, but even, other rhino conservation, it would be great. The other thing is what I just said. Perhaps you know that even if you feel desperate in your life, regardless whether you work with rhinos or whether you work in a restaurant or whether you work, I don't know, with Batman comics or whatever, there is still hope, that if you are true to yourself and that if you are really committed to what you do, you will succeed. This,
Mm.
this would be the other thing that, I would like, if it's sparked, especially, in a young people, if this could be, something for them that might even kind of show them way, how to work in life, that would be fantastic.
Mm.
And of course, I would love, if people understood that with some species, we unfortunately are that far that there is no other way how to save them than through artificial techniques of reproduction and very advanced techniques. So kinda maybe even accept that the only way forward for these creatures is with what we do, is with what we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Can't wait for audiences to see A New Hope very soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Neil, for your interest. Thank you very much.